This is the C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my predictions for Bellator 93, Jansen versus Held. Overall, I gotta say I'm not really impressed with this card. Main card is kind of weak, to be honest. Could be fun fights. It's hard to say. They don't even have the Eric Prindle versus Brett Rogers fight going on. Let's see. On the undercard, though, you do have Michael Page, so that should be interesting. A couple undefeated fighters that are prospects: Jason Butcher, Mike Musatelli, Joe Pacheco. So there's some guys to look out for that I could actually see maybe being in future Bellator tournaments on the undercard here. Otherwise, not the greatest card or anything, but let's get started. Okay, in the main event, Marcin Held fights Dave Jansen. The thing with Held is you kind of know not to go to ground with this kid. He is a leg lock master. He will pull guard. He goes for he works 50-50 guard. Among other guards too. He'll go for like half guard sweep a lot of times, and just use a lot of other tricky guards that you actually don't see too much in mixed martial arts. He uses them well, especially since he uses a lot of leg attacks. And stand-up, he's alright. He's improving, but he's not much of a stand-up threat. Dave Jansen, really strong wrestler, good grappler, really strong chin, and improving stand-up as well. I don't think that he beat Ricardo Toloni, to be perfectly honest with you, but I think he'll beat Marcin Held if he's smart. He's a good grappler in his own right. I can see him avoid the ground game, and I think he can beat him up on the feet. Even if he avoids the ground game, I can actually see him handle himself well if it does go to the ground. And who knows, maybe at the end of the round, maybe he'll want to pick up some points, go for that late takedown. He did that against Ricardo Toloni. He could do that to Marcin Held. But yeah, I think Dave Jansen's going to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Ryan Martinez fights Travis Wiuff. Yeah, this fight's an interesting fight. One thing that's interesting is that with Ryan Martinez back in Pro Elite, he went against Mark Ellis and defended his takedowns really well. And he has good boxing. So with Travis Wiuff, that's kind of what you expect from him. Takedowns, some heavy leather as well, but a lot of takedowns as well. So, Travis Wiuff definitely has more experience than just about anyone. So it's hard for me to say. I gotta go with the experience factor here. I'll go with Travis Wiuff to win, but if Martinez can shuck off the takedowns, this fight could be really interesting. The next fight after that, Waachiim Spiritwolf fights Marcus Davis. A fun fight. You got guys that are more or less over the hill. Waachiim Spiritwolf's just that type of guy that'll keep pushing forward, keep throwing punches. Good chin, really resilient guy. Marcus Davis, he's seen better days. His chin's seen better days. I'm glad he's fighting at 170. Because that'll probably protect his chin a little more. But Davis, good boxer himself. Really good counterpuncher. So it's really technical strikes. Isn't really a brawler. And his grappling too. If he needs to take to the ground, that's always been serviceable to good. Good takedowns, really good guillotine. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Marcus Davis to win this one. Okay, on to the prelims. Jesse Peterson fights Dave Vitke. Vitka is coming off a losing record, 11 wins, 12 losses, 1 draw. Excuse me, it's early, it's the morning. 3 of his wins are by KO or TKO, 7 wins by sub. 8 of his losses are by KO or TKO, and 2 losses are by sub. Jesse Peterson, winning record, 7-2 record with 1 no contest. His 2 KO or TKOs, 3 wins by sub. He's 31. I go with Jesse Peterson to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Ryan Sanders beats Michael Page. Sanders has a 4-3 record with all 4 of his wins by submission. He's on a 2-fight losing streak though. Michael Page, 3-0 undefeated record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, or 2 wins by TKO, 1 win by sub. He's 25 years old. Trains at London Shoot Fighters. He's never been past the first round. Last time I saw him fight was at the Super Fight League, which I'm actually looking forward to watching next week. And he does have some pro kickboxing experience. I'll go with Michael Page to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Jason Butcher fights Jack Hermanson. A good fight here. Hermanson has a 5-1 record. He has 4 wins by KO or TKO, 1 win by sub. He's 24 and he's a finisher. Jason Butcher has a 5-0 undefeated record, 1 win by KO. He KO'd his last opponent, I forgot his name, and 4 wins by sub. Trains at Team Gurgel. He's 28 years old. He's definitely a finisher, and he's never been past the first round. I'll go with Jason Butcher to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Brett Dillingham fights Mike Musatelli. Well, Musatelli has a 4-0 undefeated record with 1 win by TKO, 3 wins by sub. He's never been past the first round. Always finishes his fights, and he's 29 years old. With Brent, he has no pro MMA bouts, but he has a 4-0 amateur record. I'll go with Mike Musatelli to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Joe Pacheco fights Pierre Pieri. With Pierre, he has a 3-2 record with 1 no contest. 1 of his wins is by TKO and 1 win by sub. With Pacheco, he has 1 win by KO and 3 wins by sub. And he's 28 years old. I'll go with Joe Pacheco to win this one. Okay, next fight is that. John Rao fights Vince Murdoch. With John, he has no wins and 1 loss. And that 1 loss was by TKO. With Vince Murdoch, he has a 1-0 undefeated record. Interesting stat with that though is his 1 win is by KO by head kick that only went 16 seconds. In a fight that only went 16 seconds, I'll go with Vince Murdoch to win this one. Yeesh. Okay, and finally Jesse Erickson fights John Lemke. John Lemke, 1-0 undefeated record. That 1 win being by decision. Jesse Erickson, he has no pro MMA experience, but a 3-2 amateur record. All of his wins in that amateur record, he had wins in the first round. I'll go Jesse Erickson to win this one. Okay, that's pretty much it for my Bellator 93 predictions. If you have any comments, just leave them below. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.